This is the news in brief from the United Nations. Top UN humanitarians and chiefs of non-governmental organisations have warned about the catastrophic consequences of defunding UNRWA, the UN agency for Palestinian refugees, some of whose staff face allegations of collusion with Hamas. In a statement led by UN Emergency Relief Coordinator Martin Griffiths, the 14 signatories insisted that despite horrifying allegations that 12 UNRWA staff were involved in the Hamas-led terror attacks on Israel on the 7th of October, we must not prevent an entire organisation from delivering on its mandate to serve people in desperate need. The UN-led group of aid agencies, known collectively as the Interagency Standing Committee, also noted that withdrawing funds from UNRWA would have far-reaching humanitarian and human rights consequences in the occupied Palestinian territory and across the region. The development comes as hundreds of thousands of people have been left homeless and on the brink of famine amid ongoing heavy fighting and bombing in Gaza into Wednesday, particularly in the southern city of Khan Yunis. UNRWA is the largest aid agency in Gaza and provides a lifeline to more than 2 million people there. It has played a key role in education, healthcare and more in the enclave since 1949, when it was created by the UN General Assembly. Its future is in jeopardy after several major donors halted funds pending probes into Israel's allegations that 12 of the agency's 30,000 staff played a role in the 7th of October attacks, and which are now under investigation. Violence in Haiti has triggered a deep humanitarian catastrophe, UN agencies have warned. According to the UN Children's Fund, UNICEF, 170,000 youngsters are now displaced. This is double last year's number, and it comes amid a surge in gang-led killings and kidnappings, sexual violence, and a severe food crisis. The UNICEF representative in Haiti, Bruno Maes, who visited 3 displacement sites in downtown Port-au-Prince, said that children and families live in fear of relentless waves of brutal violence, with each day bringing new horrors, the loss of loved ones and homes being destroyed by fire. The latest UNICEF data from January 2024 indicates that nearly 314,000 people have been uprooted across Haiti, mostly in the capital Port-au-Prince and the Arbanite department. Half are estimated to be children. In less than 2 weeks, nearly 2,500 people, most of them women and children, have been newly displaced following clashes in the areas of Solino and Gabeliste in Port-au-Prince. The violence has placed an enormous strain on already limited resources of host communities and social services, while hundreds of schools have had to shut temporarily, UNICEF said. To Hong Kong, where UN-appointed independent human rights experts have urged the authorities to drop all charges against pro-democracy media mogul Jimmy Lai. Mr. Lai was arrested in August 2020 and charged with sedition and foreign collusion under a new security law following tweets, interviews and articles published in his newspaper, The Apple Daily. Mr. Lai was convicted of unauthorised assembly in 2021 for his participation in previous protests and sentenced to 17 months in prison. He was sentenced to an additional 5 years and 9 months for fraud in October 2022. In a statement calling for his immediate release, the rights experts expressed alarm at the multiple and serious violations of Mr. Lai's right to freedom of assembly and a fair trial. They also highlighted with concern the denial of access to a lawyer of Mr. Lai's choosing and the handpicking of judges by the authorities. The rights experts also reiterated concerns that the national security law used to convict Mr. Lai and 47 other pro-democracy activists last year is not in line with international legal obligations and should be repealed. Daniel Johnson, UN News.